Yeah, so I think this podcast is gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about it.
We're here, Charlie and I have a dog now. She's over there on the couch, not even listening to us. Pretty typical Thursday afternoon. But we're here, and this is the Kevin and Shawn show. And yeah, man, we're finally doing it.
I can't believe we're finally doing it.
It's kind of crazy.
This has been like 2+ years in the work, unofficially.
It's got to be at least. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of great ideas in the world. Okay, not a lot of great ideas, a lot of ideas in the world. And I share them with a lot of people. I say, hey, man, we should do this. Hey, man, we should do that. But I never execute any of them. So I'm really happy we're doing this here today. And yeah, man. So like real quick, I just want to catch up with you. Like, how was the week?
Well, I've been slowly getting back into the gym.
Wow.
Slow clap for Shawn, everybody. All right, smartass. But like me going back to the gym reminds me of like why I stopped going to the gym. So I'm in there. I'm not trying to go too hard, too fast.
Wait. What gym do you go to?
I go to Planet Fitness. This is not sponsored.
No judgment zone.
It's the That's the thing, man. They say it's a no judgment zone, but there's still like guys that are like just massive in there, just like looking at you for like being on a treadmill.
Oh, dude, I don't go to the gym because I have these noodle arms, right?
All right.
And like I got like spaghetti over here, and this guy with just biceps as large as my face just looks at me like I'm just his little toy.
Yeah, like you're worthless.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Yeah. So anyway,
But
you're
anyway.
at Planet Fitness. You're on the treadmill.
I'm at Planet Fitness, and I'm trying to start it off light, right? So I'm just gonna do a little bit of jogging, a little bit of a light weights. I'm not trying to like kill myself here, but I'm on the treadmill, right? And like if you go to any Planet Fitness or probably any gym, to be completely honest, you kind of know how it's set up. Everything's like stacked. Everything's real tight.
Yeah.
So I'm running on the treadmill and I'm doing my thing. I'm sweating. I'm dying. I'm out of shape, right? That's a given here. But there's this guy, and like I don't want to rag on this guy.
It's no judgment zone here.
It's a no judgment zone, right? But I don't know, like he just looks like, a socially awkward kid. Like he's not like he's not like a guy that's gonna hold a conversation with you. Not that I'm trying to find conversations at the gym. Anyway, so I'm running, I'm doing my thing, I'm sweating, I'm panting, I'm dying, right? I got my AirPods in, feeling great. But this man, just goony as hell, he's just like staring at me. And he's like wearing glasses. Like I wear glasses. I don't wear them in the gym.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Well, you don't wear glasses while you run. Like they're gonna fall on your face.
Of course, and they're gonna get all sweaty, sticky, nasty. I'm not having it. But he's like looking at me at like the corner of his eye, like almost like through the side of his glasses, and and this man, I'm like, I'm not thinking anything of it, right? Like people have wandering eyes, no big deal. But I'm like looking at this guy, and he's still looking at me, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And I like start like taking note of like what this guy is, and like he's got these. I don't know if you've ever seen like a bowler. Bowlers wear like these wrist guards.
Yeah.
And I really don't know the purpose of them. I don't bowl.
Yeah.
But he's wearing like wrist guards.
Okay.
But he's like doing like abs. Like he's on like this ab machine. Like not where you're like I feel like you wear wrist guards if you're like powerlifting, right?
Yeah.
Like they have like those wrist wraps that like wrap around the bar or whatever.
So you don't like drop the bar on your face
or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But like this man's wearing like they're like, what's the word? Like not medicinal, but like they're like medical like it's almost a cast.
Maybe he's got wrist problems, man.
It's weird. I don't know, but he's like doing like
but he's
abs. Crunching himself. You don't need like.
Hey.
Anyway,
maybe he's got a heavy head and he's just trying to hold it up while he's doing crunches.
I guess, man. Like shout out to this guy, but
anyway,
he just keeps creeping on me.
This
I don't know. It's
creeping on you. So everyone at home listening, Shawn has a secret admirer at the gym.
Apparently.
And that's where, man, it's probably because you look too good, man,
I don't know. I mean, I'm wearing my hoodie,
Oh.
I'm looking. I got my Star Wars hat on. I'm chilling.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, speaking of Star Wars.
I guess we should probably get into the first topic then. So, yeah, man, what's the first topic?
Well, speaking of Star Wars, Clone Wars TV show, that's a thing. It got revived, and it officially, the final season starts tomorrow.
Oh my
obviously, not obviously, but we have this understanding. I haven't watched Clone Wars. I'm one of the bigger Star Wars guys that I know.
I can't.
But I haven't watched Clone Wars. I've watched bits and pieces. I kind of know the gist. I know like the big moments, but I haven't sat down and watched the. What is this? The 7th season?
It's the 7th season. Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the 6th season really. I've maybe watched half a dozen.
Man, I like
maybe
this.
a dozen.
I like the 6th season too. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm really excited for it. I have a question for you, and this is gonna sound really stupid. I should know the answer to this. Do you know if this is gonna be released like The Mandalorian was, like one episode a week, or do you think it's gonna be released all at one time and you can just binge it?
I'm pretty sure they're dropping the whole thing at once.
Okay, I literally so Star Wars tweeted out the picture or a little teaser today. It's Thursday, the day before it come out, and the comments are all this question. Like no one knows. So I don't really know what their plan is for it. But if it's all at once, I'm probably gonna watch the whole thing this weekend. If it's one at a time, I'll probably just watch The Mandalorian. When I have time, I'll watch it every day. But regardless, I'm excited. I think a lot of fans of the show were obviously waiting for this for a while. And I think it's something that just never got finished. It's a classic. It got canceled, but never many shows that got canceled don't get revived like this, right? And when you have a narrative that's so deep and so rich as what the Clone Wars has set up, I don't even know what's gonna happen in season 7 because it really doesn't matter what happens. It's kind of like Rogue One in the aspect of we know where this is gonna go. It's got to go into episode 3, but it doesn't have to go anywhere. It doesn't have to do anything because none of it matters. We know Maul's back in Rebels. We know Ahsoka's back in Rebels. We know that Anakin's gonna do what he does. None of the people have key points that they can screw up. So literally, it's just gonna be a fun adventure, one season. Get it in, get it out, have fun with it, and wrap up some of the storylines that just weren't finished from the 6th season.
I know I've heard great things about the Clone Wars. You give it rave reviews. Pretty much everybody who watches it loves it. That and Rebels is pretty good. I feel like this whole thing, I'm sure the season's going to drop tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure it's going to be must watch for Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
I feel like this whole thing is just fan service, though.
Really?
I think it's just good PR.
Why?
Well, because Star Wars fans are probably one of the more passionate fans of any, series or group of movies or anything like that.
Well, sure.
But they're also probably the most toxic. They're one of the more toxic fandoms. They call it the fandom menace for a reason.
I know.
Because people just hate on Disney. They hate on the prequels. They hate on the TV shows and the books and all that stuff. There's people that know the Clone Wars exists, obviously. They're diehard Star Wars fans, but they're diehard Star Wars movie fans. Yeah. All they watch are the 11 movies?
I mean, there's 9
episodes.
But they don't even the purists don't even watch the new stuff.
Right. Because they didn't like The Force Awakens or they didn't like the fact that it was coming back at all. And there's people that now that say that the Star Wars saga is 6 episodes and it ended in 1983. Right?
I know.
That's when the story ended. And this is all just supplemental stuff that's almost fan fiction.
So you think because this group of people exists, this is fan service? And
so I think, and this is probably just off the wall. Okay. I don't know how the industry works that much. But I think that Kathleen Kennedy knows that the Disney Star Wars movies aren't that popular. They're financially popular. All the new stuff is obviously received fairly well. But there's been a lot of hate and there's a lot of pushback at her, at J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, all this stuff. They're so angry about things. Yeah. They go, you know what these people liked? They like the Clone Wars. Yeah. Let's give them some of the Clone Wars. Let's revive it. Let's get people excited. Let's get people talking about it.
Well, let me add something to that. Did you see the story that just broke a few days ago that this is George Lucas's final Star Wars project?
I saw something about it. I didn't read into it.
I think what that means, though, for the Star Wars fan base is this is exactly that. This is a series. This is a product, a franchise, if you will. Because Clone Wars is its own thing. It's its own entity.
Yeah, I mean, it's 7 seasons long. It's a big piece of content
that has its own fan base. And bringing George Lucas into it is a way to serve those fans. And I agree with that. But to the full fandom of Star Wars, I don't agree with. I really think this is going to be something that's trying to get new fans into it. Because Disney Plus has done a good job of marketing this material to be for everybody. They released the 20 essential episodes of the show. Charlie's actually watching it right now, and she is starting to like the show more. and it cuts out all the fat. I think the biggest problem with Clone Wars in general, and I really hope the 7th season learns from this, is that there's a lot of fat. There's a lot of crap in there that just doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, we don't need an R2D2 and C3PO episode where R2's just beeping.
Nobody wants that.
No one wants that. I don't need it.
Trim the fat.
But we need like 10 episodes that are going to be like meaty and like push the story along, give us some action, give us some adventure. Sure, throw your fun kid R2D2 stuff in there. But at the end of the day, we just want to see some Star Wars, and that's what this show does best, is Star Wars.
Right. And I think, having George Lucas involved in any capacity, I think it brings closure to him.
Yep.
I think it brings closure to the fans that are big George Lucas people.
Yep.
Anything that he's not with, they don't associate themselves with. And this is this is his last project. I know he's involved a little bit with Mandalorian. I don't think he has any like creative control or any input into that at all. I know he's been on like the set and he seems pretty thrilled about it. But
yeah.
But I think this is a good piece of closure for him because this is his baby. Yeah. I know this is more Dave Filoni's baby, but still.
I think really what you're going to see from this is really it's just going to be Star Wars at its best. It's going to be a fun adventure with some good character arcs. The themes of the Jedi, the themes of the Sith are going to show true and true. Like, Dooku's still there, Maul's still there, Sidious is still there. Then you got, the Obi-Wan Anakin stuff and Ahsoka. Like, all those themes are going to shine through, and it's going to be classic Star Wars again. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Well, besides Star Wars things, because we could riff on that for an entire hour. What else you watching? Any good movies lately?
Yeah.
Wow,
So,
voice crack? Did you hear that voice crack?
dude,
Jesus.
it's like you're going through puberty.
How old am I? Almost 23 years old. I'm still voice cracking. This is insane. Anyway, you watching anything other than Star Wars?
Okay, yeah. So I watched 2 things this last week. I'll let you choose which one we talk about. Okay.
Okay.
So I watched the Taylor Swift documentary on Netflix.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's pretty good. And then I watched, for Valentine's Day with Charlie, Frozen 2.
Wow.
It was an exciting week of movies for Kevin. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, man, just choose one.
I'm not a Taylor Swift person. I'm sure the doc is great. I just have no stake in that whatsoever.
Yeah, the doc was good. It was well done. I'll say that. And I think it was premature. That's all I'll say. That's my tease.
Okay. Right,
we can talk about it later.
Okay. So talk about Frozen 2. I was a big fan of the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Little known fact, for those hometown people that know me, I played baseball back in high school. And Let It Go was my walk-up song for approximately 1 at-bat before it got shut down.
And he quit the baseball team.
And then I quit the baseball team, but I made everybody laugh. That was the whole point of it anyway. They literally had to call, like the ump called time because the first baseman was crying, bent over. And then pretty sure I struck out on 3 pitches. Or had a weak ground out or
probably
something like that. It was super ironic. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
Frozen 2.
Frozen's a great franchise. So I'll be honest, so what this movie left me with was wanting more.
That's not a bad problem.
So the movie was like an hour and a half. And I get like animated movies. Yeah, I know. So I know like anime movies, like they're not as long as like a full like live action feature length, and I've been watching like a lot of big blockbusters lately, and like you gotta like take yourself out of that. This is an animated movie, and it's gonna be a completely different genre and realm. But regardless, I think it was just, it didn't dive into the story as much as I wanted it to. There's a point, without exploring it, like it just ended. It was like, okay, like so like they're all good now. I don't know. It was like really good. It was like good. The thing is, it was so good. I was like, it just ended. The music was killer. I don't know if I like it more than the first, but I wouldn't be remiss to say that I might. Honestly,
is there a Let It Go of this movie?
There is
not like cultural impact because like Let It Go was played for months after.
There's
and that
nothing
was, like,
that's going to be as
huge.
big as Let It Go was.
But is there a song like Let It Go? I think it's a pretty good song.
Elsa has a moment in the show or in the movie where she sings a big piece and it was played on the radio and stuff like that. The guy from Imagine Dragons, I think, sings part of it. I don't know. It was good. It just didn't have that it factor that Let Go had. It felt like it was a try hard trying to be that.
Yeah.
But there was this
I've heard
musical
of that.
element in the movie. It's like a motif. It was really good. It kept recurring back and forth. That was really good. And then my favorite musical part, this is the last thing I'll say about the movie, was that Sven Sven's the
reindeer.
the reindeer, right? So who's the guy who takes care of him? Who's like the love interest of Anna?
Is it Kristoff? No.
Yes.
Is it?
No.
No.
I don't know, the guy with the blonde,
Is it
shaggy hair.
Kristoff? No.
No,
It's he's got more of a Icelandic type name, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah. Hey, Charlie. So there's Sven, right? What's the guy's name? It's Kristoff. Okay, it's
I
Kristoff.
told
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
I haven't even seen this.
We said
movie.
we said Charlie fact check that. It is Kristoff. So Kristoff has this musical scene. He's like in the woods, like Anna just left him, blah blah blah, and it's this love ballad, like this rock ballad.
Wow.
Like Queen. Like think of like dramatic 80s rock ballad. And I was just loving it.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I freaking loved it, dude. It was really good. He had a really good like character moment, and I loved it. Anna, she gets like the redemption she always needed, and then Elsa has the resolution that she wanted. I don't think they need to do a third one, but they probably set it up. And
Well, because it didn't make a lot of money. Not as much as the first one,
not
but
as
like
much as
it
the first
probably
one,
made good money.
But it made good money. It was number one in the box office until Star Wars came out, and it
Fair.
went against like Ford versus Ferrari. Like it came out like during that time.
Yeah.
So like
Which I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it
I
either,
want
but
to.
yeah. So anyway, I recommend it, but I don't recommend it to anyone who wants to not watch a kids movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. So man, what about you? Like so.
So, I guess in similar fashion, I'll give you two choices you can
Maybe
choose from.
did you watch more adult movies or?
Shut up. Anyway, so last night I watched 21 Bridges. It's got Chadwick Boseman. He's the Black Panther. He's like a cop hunting these people down. It was pretty intense.
Ooh.
It was pretty good. Hey, I liked it. Chadwick Boseman, he's pretty solid.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Anyway, I also watched a documentary that was recommended to you by another podcast.
Okay.
The
okay.
Tiny Meat Gang podcast. And it's more adult matter. It's called Hot Girls Wanted.
Oh. Oh.
It's a porn documentary.
Wow.
So between 21 Bridges and the porn doc, what do you want to hear about?
I honestly, so I want to hear about 21 Bridges because I feel like that's more.
Don't sugarcoat this for me.
I feel like that's more like what I was expecting. But the porn documentary, I just want to hear you stammer, I think.
I mean, there's not really much to stammer about. I mean, it's kind of a dark movie.
Really?
Or a dark documentary. So the reason I watched it, right?
Okay.
Not because I was like,
I'm choosing the porn documentary.
okay, I assumed as much. But yeah, it was recommended to me by the Tiny Meat Gang podcast, which is a podcast I binged in like 2 weeks, over 100
Jesus.
episodes,
Wow.
at like an hour-ish a piece. And they said it was good. But what got me was the fact that Rashida Jones, who is Ann Perkins from Parks and Rec, produced it.
Okay.
So I was interested. I was like,
She's great in that show too.
oh yeah,
Parks and
she's
Rec.
great.
Oh my God, Ann Perkins.
She's great in The Office too.
She's better in Parks and Rec.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's more of her. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I'm like, I think it was like last Saturday. I was like, I've got nothing to do. Let me watch this documentary.
Okay.
So basically the premise,
I'm very intrigued what you have to say about this porn documentary.
okay, it's not a porn documentary. It's not an hour and a half long porn film.
Well, it's okay.
But I was a little struck by the fact that there was like nudity and shit in this movie.
Well, I'd assume so.
I would assume so too, but it's like a Netflix documentary. I was like just watching it and they're like going on. So basically it's about like how the porn industry is predatory towards like 18-year-old girls.
Okay, yeah.
Which
fair.
is like, okay, duh, no shit, right?
Yeah.
But they go on about how it's like, you get these, you get these girls from like small towns and they're like, I want to leave here. I want to move to the big city and I want to make a lot of money and live a lifestyle that I want to.
Okay.
So they'll see these like opportunities pop up, you know, modeling or porn or something like that, and they'll go, "Hey, this is money right now. Like, I'm already doing that anyway."
You just gotta have sex with people on camera.
Right. But like these girls, like the mindset of these like girls is like, I'm having sex as it is. Like I like having sex. I'm gonna get paid for it, right?
Okay.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that's what it's about, right?
Okay.
So it's basically how like it's predatory. They make like this. There's like this dude. He's like,
Does he look like the guy at Planet Fitness?
no, no. So when I describe this guy, you're gonna know exactly what he looks like.
Okay.
So he owns a house in Miami or outside of Miami. It's in Florida somewhere.
Okay.
With a bunch of bedrooms and a bunch of like bunks, and he recruits, if you want to say, these girls into like porn, and they stay with him.
Wow.
So this man, I don't know how old this guy is, probably like mid to late 20s.
Okay.
He wears wife beaters and cargo shorts.
Nice.
With a like a Walmart snapback.
God.
It's pretty great. You know the type. Everybody knows this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That lives with a bunch of 18-year-old girls in porn, like in his house every day.
God, that's terrible, man.
It's bad, dude. It's
That's
dark.
really bad.
But basically, it's just like it's pretty intense. I'm not gonna get into like the specifics. And it's kind of graphic, like what they talk about.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy. Like you always kind of assume like that, you know, these 18-year-olds are just jumping on it because you know they're attractive or like,
they're not actually 18
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That didn't really go into this, or the doc didn't really go into that. But
Okay.
I mean, it was interesting. I don't know. It was just like it's like a deep dive into like that. But it's not like, oh, I was watching an hour and a half long, you know, porn sesh. Like, hell yeah, let's watch all these people fuck each other. Hell yeah.
No.
It wasn't anything like that. But it was just like on set,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's just kind of like the business side of it, which is interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a stretch and a half.
Oh, God.
But like every time like they release like a new Star Wars movie or like a lot of new movies, I always go for like the behind the scenes stuff, right?
Yeah.
I like seeing like previs. I like seeing all like the behind the scenes, like, you know, they just shot this scene that I love. Here's like them behind the camera in real life, right? I think that's interesting. They did a little bit of that in this documentary,
which
is interesting. But I don't
know
it's
if
just weird.
interesting is the right word for that.
But I don't know. It's talking about porn on the first episode is a bold move. Yeah, I would say, I mean, it was pretty solid.
Would you recommend it to your mother?
To my mom? I don't know. She's bored, not doing anything. She got nothing else to watch, maybe. I don't know. But it's not like overly graphic. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, mom, if you're listening, don't watch the porn documentary. Okay.
Well, next week, Kevin's review on Hot Girls Wanted.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
With special guest Charlie. Anyway.
She will never watch that.
But it was pretty solid. I did come to find out.
Okay, what's
that there's a sequel.
No way.
It's actually like a limited series. So
Okay.
I think there's like 8 episodes, like following different people. It has nothing to do with it. But
Okay, all right.
I also realized that there's like a whole subgenre of content on Netflix that's a lot of like adult industry oriented.
Really?
There's more than one porn doc.
Wow.
There's a ton.
I mean, not to go into this, not to go off on a tangent. It's a big industry.
Right.
And there's a lot of crazy crap that happens with it.
Everybody watches porn.
I'm not here to comment or speculate on that. I just want to say there's a lot to be talked about, I guess, with it. And it makes sense. There's a lot of porn stuff on Netflix. That's all.
That's your takeaway?
That's all I gotta say. I don't want to know. I don't want to care. I'm not gonna watch it. I want nothing to do with it. I think it's interesting. I think it's terrible what happens to these people, but long story short,
right,
it's a bad thing.
But it's just like a moral thing, right? Like it's like a decision you have to make. And then like an arc of this like documentary was like this one girl from like I think Texas or something. I don't know, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like her mom knew, like when they started filming, she was all like upset about it, and rightfully so, right? I'd be pretty upset about it. I don't know, but she's making bank though. Like that. Anyway,
Is she though? Is she?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But but there's like a plot thread in the show following this girl, and she's got like this boyfriend who hates the fact that she's in porn. No kidding.
Yeah.
And this guy's just like, I just really wish you wouldn't do it. I'm like, dude, you know what you're signing up for. But then she she has like this Texas dad, right? Like they're like hunting, like he's a bigger dude, like and he doesn't know.
Wow.
He has no clue.
Wow.
So there's like a point in the movie where she's having a conversation with her mom, and she goes, "You have to tell your father before you go back to Miami. Like, why are you in Miami?" Like he has no idea. He thinks she's doing just
regular
like
things,
studying or something. I don't know. Like I don't know what he would assume. But yeah, so it's like a big plot thread. Apparently, he already knew.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Spoiler alert. But yeah.
Wow.
But it's just like a moral dilemma, though. Like if you're 18 years old, you know, maybe your family doesn't come from a lot of money. Maybe you don't like your current situation, and you see an ad on Craigslist, which is what this guy would do, and just say like, "Hey, send like 3 pictures of what you look like, not nude or anything, literally just like normal photos, like that are post on your Instagram feed, and then we see what you can do for you and make money." I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I mean, we're from Hanover Horton, right?
Yeah.
Small town in Michigan, population 500.
Yeah.
Right.
I know people who's out there, but man, it's dirty. I don't like it.
It is dirty. I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, here's a lot of money right now to do.
I don't know.
I'm not
gonna pay me enough money to do that though.
Why are you looking over at Shawn?
I mean, I
easy.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I think, yeah, man. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed the doc. And
that was more about it, though. It was just like the.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
the moral situation of actually
told. That's why I like documentaries, because they tell stuff from a different angle. It's more of a narrative. It's something. It's informational. You walk away smarter. Like all these different things. I get it. Porn's just not my subject, man. It's not my thing.
It's not. Maybe you should check out the documentary. It might shed a different light on porn for you.
Great. I'm gonna move on from that, and we can talk about other things. And
what do you like? Are you watching anything else that's more interesting?
I watch. So I mean, one thing I watch, and we've heard about this a little bit, is like Clone Wars, 20 essential episodes right now. Cook through that. But then Charlie and I also finished Lost in Space season 2.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's a Netflix show. Oh. It's about
people lost in space.
I mean, yeah.
Is that a spoiler? Like,
well,
I mean, it's the title of the show.
It's not really a spoiler, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's the premise of the show is literally like this family is lost in space.
Whoa.
No, I mean, it goes more into it. I mean,
I'm sure
without going into like the specifics of the plot, it's like Earth is no longer livable, so like they have to take these few select people and like ship them off to a different place in the universe to live. And they're on the 14th group of people leaving, so it's the 14th colony. They get lost in space. So that's the first season.
So it's kind of like the movie Passengers with Chris Pratt.
It's kind. I mean, it
Jennifer Lawrence.
It is kind of like that, but I would say it dives into the characters 100% more. Than
of
that.
course, you have more time.
You have more time, but you just like the writing is different. I mean, it's cinematic quality show. The first season was really good. The second season though dove into like the first season is them surviving, being lost in space. The second season is them figuring out what they're going to do next, right? Like what's the next step?
What's after being lost?
Well, like I can't tell you the ending of the season, but it was just interesting as hell. Like if you are looking for a show, it's only like 20 episodes for both seasons, like 10 episodes each. Watch this show because like it's just interesting. It's sci-fi. It's kind of Star Wars-esque. The producers have said it's like it was inspired by Star Wars. So like even like ships in it look like the Millennium Falcon.
Question.
Yep.
Is there lightsabers?
There's no lightsabers, which is very disappointing, but there is robots.
Wow, there's your Star Wars connection right there.
Well, I mean, robots. And
they call them droids. Do they have any like Easter eggs, like cool like Star Wars call-outs?
So the biggest thing is it's got a full cinematic score.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of nice.
Do you know who does it?
Touch. I don't know who does it. It's
that's
good.
That's a little too sweaty.
It's pretty good. The plot points are pretty similar. Some of the characters have parallels. Like there's definitely like a Han Solo type guy. He's a mechanic instead of a smuggler, but like he does smuggle. Kind of a mechanic he does smuggle, by the way. So yeah. It's just like a lot of parallels there. But it's in TV show format. It's in totally different. It's in a world that we can like relate to. not just like the galaxy far, far away. Like, and
Right.
it's rooted in like science fiction. Like it's really a true
Right.
science fiction show. But man, dude, it's good.
Is there any like well-known actors in it? Like,
There's so the mom is in House of Cards. I can't think of her name
seen that
right
yet.
now, but she's good. She's really good. She's some really good character moments. Dad's been in some TV shows. There's a child actor who's actually really good. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of big names in there, but dude, check it out. Highly recommend it.
yeah,
Mom,
I'll have to look it
if
up.
you're listening, watch Lost in Space.
Instead of the porn dog.
Do not watch the porn doc. Watch Lost in Space. You're gonna like it. Okay. What about you, man? How about
So I didn't like do anything last week. I just watched a lot of like TV.
okay. What kind of TV?
Well, I watched this show. It's on Netflix. I'm not a big reality TV guy, right? I tend to watch like The Office on repeat, Parks and Rec on repeat, How I Met Your Mother on repeat, right? I don't really watch anything new. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, everybody's watching The Bachelor. Like my sister's watching it.
I know, dude.
The
My
craze.
boss at work talked to me about The Bachelor.
Like everybody it's like such a phenomenon. I just don't care.
I know.
But I was like, you know what? I was scrolling Netflix one day and I saw this ad for this show. It's called Love is Blind. It's a reality show. It's a dating show. So the basic premise, right?
Oh God.
It's not going to spoil anything. This is the entire premise of the show. So Love is Blind. What they do is they have, I think it's like 10 girls and 10 guys. They're in like separate like rooms. Like,
This better not be about porn or anything like that.
Not porn, shut up. Anyway,
This just in. Shawn watches a lot of porn at home.
documentaries.
Oh yeah.
Shawn watches a lot of porn documentaries. There you go. That's how you
Yep,
finish
yep,
that. Anyway,
There's 10 guys, 10 girls.
10 guys and 10 girls, they live in like this big thing. They're separated.
That's good.
And the goal of the show is to get engaged without seeing the person.
What?
Yeah. So
What do
this,
you mean?
So this is the thing. They all come in. The guys are obviously like together, so they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are obviously together, so they know each other, but they don't see each other. So they go into these pods. Yeah. And there's like a piece of like, there's a divider and there's like a couch and they just kind of like talk to each other. So they essentially have these like blind dates.
Like literally blind.
Literally blind dates. Like
Wow.
they can't see them. They got a little bit of vodka and whiskey on the counter there, which I think is funny. They always go
Wow.
for it. But yeah, so they're basically a lot of the people on here. They go on this like negative like online dating app thing.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, I've been using Tinder for a while, and it's just it's just not what I'm looking for, and all that kind of stuff. So it's basically like a slam against Tinder and Bumble and all that kind of stuff, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Well, they just go like,
You're not gonna
those
find
apps are.
love.
Well, I don't know.
I
There's-
mean, if you found love on Tinder, please let us know. I don't know anyone who does.
I would love to know. I don't. Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
No, I can't. I mean, it's not the purpose.
Yeah.
But these people are looking for love.
These people are looking for love. They're looking for marriage. That's the goal of the show, is to get engaged and to marry the person that you've never seen and
Jesus.
to agree to it before you see this person.
Wow.
Because their big thing.
Does the show pay for the wedding or anything?
I think so. I haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
So it's like a 3-week thing. They
Yep.
release like a first bunch of episodes, a second bunch of episodes, and then the season finale is like separate or something. Yeah, because I
So-
think last week they released like one chunk. This like today actually tonight. That's what I'm gonna do when after we're done recording this podcast to go watch the show.
Okay.
They released like 6 episodes one day. I think 6 the next, and then the season finale I think is next week,
Okay.
which is called The Wedding
Oh.
or The Weddings ?
Okay.
or something
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy, man. Because like the big thing, they slam Tinder for like, it's just like, if you're hot, you're gonna get a swipe. It doesn't matter if you're a garbage person or not.
So is it like just attractive people on the show, or is it like?
So that's the thing with reality TV, right?
Yeah.
Their whole stick is that they don't like Tinder because they only go on attraction, and like, the average guy isn't getting swipes compared to like this, like Adonis looking guy,
Don't
right?
be an average guy, I guess.
Well, that's a different thing. But it's like, you don't know these people. You're swiping on them because they're hot.
Yeah.
They're attractive.
Yeah.
And that's how they get swipes, right? So they want to find like an actual connection. So they're frustrated with not finding actual connections. People are attracted to them, so they want to date them.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of the show. So they're talking like with this wall, and then they're like writing notes down, and they're like just like swapping, right?
Okay.
Just blind date, blind date, blind date, blind date. They're like power swiping, blind dating. It's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, like pretty quick, they get like their favorites. Like, oh, I really like, I think her name's Jessica, right? I really like, you know, Megan or something like that. And they have like their favorites down, and then I don't know how they do this. They don't really explain it because they take their phones. They can't like look them up on social media. They have no contact with the outside world whatsoever.
Wow.
They're just like locked in.
Okay.
But yeah, so essentially, without like spoiling things, is like like a handful of them get grouped up, you know, and then they see each other for the first time. There's like reactions of that, and it's just funny. Like there's this guy, he's short, he's like 5'4".
Does he end up matching with like a super tall girl or something?
Not a super tall girl, like an average sized girl, and she. If you're like a shorter guy and like you're tired of hearing like the girls only like guys that are over 6 foot like thing, you're gonna hate this part or think it's the funniest thing. I'm 5'11", not quite 6 foot. I was rolling. This guy shows up and they're like, you know, they meet and they're like, oh, it's so nice to finally meet you, blah blah blah, whatever whatever the script said.
Yeah.
And they have like little like, you know, testimonials. And she's like, yeah, like he seems great. He's just a lot shorter than I anticipated, and just roasting this guy's height.
Oh my gosh,
funny.
I mean,
but it's just reality shows in general are just so like addictive. You know, like the people are obsessed with The Bachelor.
So why do you think that is? I'm not. I've never been into reality shows. I've never watched any. I've tried them. I just don't understand the hype, I guess. So why? I mean, I don't know if you have or not. So like, obviously this show you like why is it addictive?
I don't, because you just want to see what happens, because it's like cheesy and it's funny and it's goofy, but there's like some genuine stuff in there, which, you know, maybe it's scripted. Who knows, right? I'm sure a part of it is, but I don't know. I just kind of like that stuff. Like I don't know, I like not romantic shows, but like for example, You on Netflix.
God,
we're not gonna get into You. But it's like I like the aspects of that show. I mean, obviously, it's kind of a creepy show. But like the aspects of that show that I like, it's not terrible. It's great. I binged the whole thing in 2 days. Anyway, like the relationship stuff in there is like pretty well written. Like it's pretty real. It's not like fairy tale. Like, you know.
I mean, he kills people, but that's not.
Yeah, but he does it out of love. So it's like kind of
stop.
You root for this man anyway. But it's just like I don't know. You want to see how these relationships develop, and then there's like drama that gets thrown in there, and you go.
But it's scripted. It's scripted. It's not real. You is not real.
No. Yeah, You is a fully scripted show, obviously. But like the reality shows that are partially scripted, or they force drama, or they like, you know, have forced scenarios to create drama.
Yep.
But it's just addicting. I don't know why. It's just like like it's not like they're actors. It's not like they're, you know, fully produced scripts and all that kind of stuff. But you're just kind of like, you want to see how these go, because like, you know, this guy's an asshole. You want to see how he gets treated, how like, you know, if the girl ends up like leaving him because he's an asshole or what. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that's addicting. I don't get it. Like reality shows in general are just incredibly popular. Like I don't know, The Bachelor's huge. I remember I used to watch a show on MTV. I cannot remember what it's called. This is back in like high school.
I remember there was that show that parents would pick the boyfriend or girlfriend for somebody. You remember that? It's like unadulterated parenting or something like that.
What was that called? Oh no! I used to watch. It was on MTV.
I showed this to somebody the other day because they'd never heard of it before. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, I thought that was interesting because
that's what they did. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But they used to go out and they would have like a group of guys, and they would have the parents would like say, "I like this guy," and they would throw him in there, and then they go on a date. She would pick a guy, and I think like the friends or something would pick a guy.
That's a different show than I'm thinking of. Is that a different
show?
So the one I'm thinking of is that say you had a girlfriend, right? Shawn does not have a girlfriend, but he is available.
Yikes.
Just saying.
Big yikes. Anyway, go on.
So say you had a girlfriend and your parents didn't like her, right? That might have happened before. That might have not happened before. Anyway,
the world will never know.
Let's say you have a girlfriend and they don't like her. So they would nominate you for the show, and then you would choose, like, you would stick with your girlfriend, but then you would have to go on dates with 2 other people. Your mom would pick one, and your dad would pick one, right? And then that was the premise of the show. You would have to choose between the 3 girls by the end of the show who you're going to stick with.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page.
Okay. That was the show because I watched like a full episode of it like 2 weeks ago, trying to show a coworker, and I can't think of the name of it still. But anyway, I thought that was really interesting, but it wasn't like reality TV. It was just like, here's like a scenario that's not really that real. This would never happen in real
Parental
life.
control.
Parental control.
That's what it's called.
That show was funny as heck.
The show was funny.
But it was also relatable. So I think that's why reality TV shows are relatable.
Right.
Or like are popular because they're relatable to people and what they're going through in real life. Like this Tinder thing is real. Like people, like Tinder is not good for people. Tinder is like demeaning to women, it's demeaning to men. It's unhealthy to date on. It's all these different things. But then people resonate it and they made a show about it that mocks the culture that is
That's the
hookup
thing.
dating.
I didn't watch a trailer, but I'm assuming it goes a little something like this. Yeah, I'm sick of Tinder because all they do is match on looks. I want a real connection. Something like that, right? Something real cheesy.
Yeah.
And like, somebody just goes, yeah, you know what? I'm
I
in
like
that
that.
similar situation.
Yeah.
I want to see how this plays out. And then they watch it enough, and then the show reels you in.
Oh, I'm sure.
Netflix is good at reeling people in. They make addictive shows.
They have really good producing.
They have like created binge watching. And shows like this they can binge.
Yeah.
Yep. But I don't know. Reality TV is just crazy, man. But
Yeah,
parental
man.
control. To go back to this real quick, I had one comment to say about this.
Okay,
and
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to forget.
Yeah.
Is the show was funny. Like it was interesting.
Yep.
You would see like all the different like dates and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
And you would have like
so
your own
crazy.
favorite. The
Yeah.
parents would obviously have their own favorite.
And they choose the worst.
They picked the worst 90% of the time. So I remember I was used to watching it, and this is like middle school Shawn, right? Goony looking, round headed.
Don't knock on roundhead people, man.
No, my head grew like I had a growth spurt in my head before I had anywhere.
But I still have a round head. Okay.
I mean, okay, round, but it's not disproportionate, right?
Charlie Brown round.
Okay. Anyway, but I was just like, this show's stupid. Like I used to get mad about it. Like all they do is that, I watch this half-hour show and all they do is pick the loser. They pick the guy that they always want to be with.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
But what about that is addictive? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's relatable. I mean, like,
Right.
how many times have you been with? No, I'm not getting into that.
you're not gonna get into that.
No, so like parents like have an opinion about who you're with, and they have like an idea of like who you should be hanging out with, and all these different things. And I think, reality TV shows live in this relatability thing. That's why, or relatability or fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So you're either relating to
Fantasy is
everything,
probably a good word for it.
or you have a fantasy of you wish you were living that life, and that's why like Jersey Shore was super popular because
Jersey Shore was so good.
well, Jersey Shore was trash, but it was like, oh my gosh, I want to be like Snooki. How many girls rocked Snooki bump in middle school? Yeah, that's a dated thing.
Oh my God,
that's a dated thing.
Jeez. What
Kids
was that,
these days probably don't
2008?
even know what that is, but like it's a thing.
Yeah.
We went to a small farm town high school in the middle of Michigan that girls rocked Snooki bumps.
Yeah, and like overly bronzed makeup and
Yeah.
over tanned and all
Yeah.
that kind of
And
stuff.
how many guys GTL, man? Like everyone knows that,
Dude,
right?
you know all the lingo still?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that was a fantasy, but it's also like you wanted to be it, so it's relatable too. And
That's the thing. You find aspects of these,
reality
characters,
shows,
right? You find aspects of these characters or people, however you want to say it,
Yep.
that you resonate with. Like, oh, I'm a Paulie D, I'm a Vinny, like,
Yeah,
or
man.
whatever. So you like find aspects that you can relate to, and you see them in like this beautiful house, they're
They live in the butt. I mean, they live on the beach. Like when you're not living on the beach, all you want to do is live on the beach.
right.
So I mean, so reality TV shows are twofold, in my opinion, and then we can be on this. Is it one? They're relatable to people who live those lives or like have those relationships, but they're two fantasy because the people who don't live those lives want to be living in them,
wish you can
and
do
that's
that?
why they're popular. The Bachelor is something completely different, though.
See, I don't watch it, so I don't have enough to like talk about it. But it's
Neither do I.
It's crazy.
That one's crazy to me because it's just like these people just like they basically hook up or like at
20
least
girls. It's
Yeah.
like if there's one guy, there's 20 girls. And what blows my mind, I don't watch the show, right?
Yep,
I don't know
yep,
any of the
I know.
names or the plot or,
Yep.
or the characters or anybody, right? But what kills me is because like my dad watches it, right?
Okay,
With his fiance.
yeah, fair.
And and he's like, yeah, so and so got mad because so and so slept with so and so. I'm like, well, no shit. That's what you're there to do.
I think people like it and it's funny, like
It
it's
is
like,
funny.
It's ironically funny. It's like, of course they're mad,
Yeah, like there was a thing the other 2 weeks ago about the luggage guy. I do not know the kind. I saw like Barstool post about it.
Oh wow.
I think there's a shot of this guy like carrying somebody's luggage out as they left the house or whatever property they're on.
Okay.
And they made a huge deal about it. Apparently, he stole the show.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that. It's like the meme of what's her face getting blasted in the face with the champagne.
I don't know.
You haven't seen that meme?
No.
It was like I think it was the season opener, and she went to open a bottle of champagne and she couldn't get it, and it popped her like right in the face. So she
No
had like
way.
a big thing of foam from like the champagne like in her face, and it's like a big meme.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway,
Yeah, man.
Love is Blind. Watch it. Be addicted to it. Blame me for it. Blow up my DMs about Love is Blind. Oh man,
Charlie, we're going to watch that show now. Apparently,
you should. I got my sister on it. Shannon, shouts to you. She called me today actually about it.
Wow.
She was like, "I'm addicted to it." She like was texting me after every episode. It was funny.
All right. So early this week, Sean and I almost every night, not every night, but almost every night, we play video games together. Helps me wind down.
Oh no! I know where you're going with this.
Sean and I have like a lot of debrief about. Honestly, we should just record those conversations and post them on the internet instead of trying to like do this. But Sean and I we go back and forth between a few different games.
What are the main ones we're playing right now?
But the main one we're playing right now is COD, Classic,
Modern Warfare,
and Apex. So right now we're on COD because the season 2 just came out. We're trying to give it another shot, but we took a break from it. And I'm gonna let Sean tell you why we took a break from it and why we probably should maybe take another run.
You're really gonna get me heated, aren't you?
I want to hear what you have to say about this game. Your honest, unadulterated opinion. Why does this game piss you off so bad?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, a lot of you do. I'm a little bit of a gamer. I wouldn't say I'm hardcore. I would say I'm slightly above average.
He's a B- player.
I'm a B- player. That might be a little generous, but there's a couple games to buy every year. Typically, I buy Madden, regretting it. Typically, I buy COD because I like the hype behind it. I like, there's excitement, there's new stuff that I want, so I buy. I bite, right?
Like gamers do.
Right? So I bought Modern Warfare. I played the beta. I played the alpha. I'm pretty in on it. I'm a big esports guy. I watch a couple streamers. Anyway.
Yep.
Look, Modern Warfare, right out the gate, was met with massive negative feedback, right? Joey Herrera, good buddy. I remember, week 1, he texted me that he hated it.
Okay.
Said it's not for him. It's not his game. And I agree with that. I agree. Some people just don't like it, right?
Yeah.
I always liked it. It's addicting. Like Call of Duty, it's like that arcade style shooter that's easy to pick up and just play. You can play a couple rounds and there's 20 minutes, right?
Okay.
But man, this game can go from the best thing ever because it's so satisfying. The guns feel great. The maps they're bad, but I'm kind of getting used to it, and the flow and it's so addicting. Getting kills, you're racking them up, getting kill streaks. It's oh hell yeah, dude! I'm getting it. You feel like a badass, right?
Yeah.
You really do.
You really do.
This game really makes you feel like a badass. You're better than these people, right? And I don't know what it is, but this game, in a snap, right, can go from the best thing ever to the worst thing ever, night and day. So there's this mode in the game. It's called Gunfight. This is a little sweaty. It's 2v2.
I love this game mode, by the way. I think this game mode might be one of the best things in multiplayer in a while.
I agree.
In a while.
I agree.
Since so you remember Titanfall, that was a big craze 5 years ago.
Yeah. I never played it. But.
Okay, so it's fast paced, small maps, high numbers, you're getting high kills, it's really intense.
Advanced movement, all that kind of stuff.
Advanced movement, crazy guns, all these different things. That was a craze of multiplayer. That
died out quick.
This is that. It's gonna die quick, and this is why.
I don't think Gunfight's gonna die quick.
Tell me why
so
you don't like it though.
Right? It's 2v2, single elimination, best of 6 rounds, or first of 6.
Yeah.
So, oh man, the thing is, I don't know if this is a connection thing. I'm not this in on it.
I don't care. Tell me why you don't like it.
man, is it infuriating. There's games with 6-0 people, right? And these, like, and I get so excited. We both do. We're talking shit.
I'm jumping around.
Yeah, like there's big moments, like you're making good shots, you're doing your stuff. But man, you get these whiny, pussy people playing this game, man.
No. You can't call them that.
Oh my God, I hate them. I hate these people that they'll sit, because these maps are small, right? These maps are very small, but they'll sit in the back of the map and they'll ADS one corner the entire time. So me, I like being aggressive. That's why I play shooter games, is to be aggressive. I like going out there and having fast paced, shoot 'em up, let's go, right? Mm-hmm. And these people,
what about them?
They sit in the back. They wait for you to just move, right? And then they'll go boop, and then they'll kill you, and they think they're hot shit for it, right? I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it. The game is great. I will go on record saying that the game is great. Activision, tremendous job, right? Mm-hmm. Great game. The people who play it suck. They're the worst people. You can play any mode in that game. I don't care what it is. They'll hide in corners all day long, and they will just sit there with their cheesy perks, their shotguns. Yep. I don't care what it is. Oh, they drive me nuts, man. I'm not. Oh, you're getting me going. I'm already getting hot. I've got a flannel on. I'm unbuttoning it because I'm getting warm in here. But man, like the hit recognition sucks. Like the inconsistencies suck.
Keep going.
I gotta. You want this? Here it is. You get pistols, right? The pistols in the game suck ass. They do. It's the reality of the game. Deagle's okay. 3 to 4 shots kills a person, right?
Yep.
Should. I'll hit a guy.
This is the 1911. Yeah.
1911 sucks too. I'll hit a guy 6 times and he'll 2-shot me. I'm smarter than these people. I'm out maneuvering them. I'm jump shooting. I'm drop shotting, and they're getting 2 shots. I don't think I have almost 3 days played in this game. Jesus. It's almost 72 hours in this game, which isn't a lot compared to some people, but I also work full time. And I've never 2-shot somebody in this game with a pistol before. I get 2-shot at least
like
once.
A headshot or something like that.
No.
Really?
I don't get headshots with pistols, man.
I didn't even get those.
Not on 2 shots. I don't get what it is.
Wow.
I'll shoot, like, they'll be peeking a rock, right? They're on like a little head glitch. They're shooting at me. I shoot them 3 times. The only thing that's showing is their head, and apparently I don't hit it, and they 2-shot me. Oh my God, dude, that game drives me nuts. But lately I've been getting angry.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
So I'm gonna cut you off real quick. So Monday night, it's like 3 days ago. Shawn and I were playing the game, and we're running gunfight, and we're not doing the hottest. Like I was off my game, Shawn was all off his game.
We were off at this point of the night. The first 5 games we won convincingly. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, we won like we won a 5-1.
5 in a row. It was 5 in a row.
We won 5-1, but we also like won like 6-1. We won like 6-3. We won like 6-2. Like we weren't just like winning. We were like dominating these people. Like only dying like 2 or 3 times each around.
Getting like 10 kill games.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it takes a turn.
That's what this game does, man. That's how I feel like Activision. Here's a conspiracy. I think they do it on purpose. I don't know if it's the skill-based matchmaking in the game,
maybe,
which is horrible. Because if you start doing well, they'll pair you with higher people, and then they'll dick on you, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how it works. That's essentially that's my understanding of how skill-based matchmaking works. So I don't know if that's it. Oh, these guys just went 5-0. They're dominating these people. They're spitting on these people, right?
Yep. I don't know, man. So Shawn got so mad, he was like screaming. He was like,
I live in my basement of my childhood home at my dad's house, right? Mm-hmm. Directly above me is a vent that leads to my dad's room. He said, because this was Monday night that it happened. Tuesday, he goes, "Yeah, so did you play any video games last night?" And I know my dad. I know his tone.
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, man, they pissed me off. I was getting so mad." He goes, "Yeah, no kidding. You woke me up 3 times." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure I heard something like hit, like smack, like you threw something." And I was like, "No, that doesn't sound like me. I don't throw things. I don't get that angry." I totally chucked my phone at my dresser. And then I don't get what it is. I don't know what it is about me lately in that game that gets me so fired up to the point of like getting like really mad.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's me, the fact that I'm watching Dr. Disrespect on Twitch.
Maybe.
Because he's an angry dude. He rages. And I rage a lot more than I used to, man. But anyway, COD, I love you. I hate you.
We'll have an update next week on how Shawn's doing with this COD thing and his anger management problems.
I'm good at the game, man. I'm pretty good. I'm good. I'm better than these people, and they're getting lucky. Anyway. Hit me up on PlayStation if you want to. If you want to run gunfight.
If you want to hear Shawn just lose his absolute mind against these kids.
Well, that kind of brings me kind of to the point that we had at the beginning of that whole COD rant, was like streaming in general. Would you ever consider streaming?
I mean, I think I would, because I don't know. When I think of streaming, I'm not in the know with it at all. I think streaming to me though, like what I used to watch was like Tobuscus, like old
YouTube
PewDiePie.
stuff.
Yeah, like, that's what I grew up watching, and then I stopped watching after that. So like, it's not really streaming what today is. Today's streaming, I think, is just like too like saturated, in my opinion. I think it's like too everyone's trying to be the next insert best player of this game. Like everyone in Fortnite's trying to be Ninja kind of thing, right? But that also creates competition, which is good. I would consider myself streaming if I was going to be like a personality. I'm not good at the game, right? But I think I have some funny takes on it. Like you know, like I get killed and it's like, okay, that guy's stupid, right? But then like there's times where I'm going off and it's actually interesting, and I have like different takes, like what the map should play like and different guns and stuff like that.
Right, and you can provide almost like a sense of commentary. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
That's the thing. I feel like, well, I kind of want this take from you.
Okay.
From somebody who's like not in the streaming sphere, you don't watch streams regularly.
Yep.
I watch them a little semi-regularly. Anyway, do you think in order to stream, you have to be like exceptionally good at the game? Or do you think you have to be like competent enough? But if you bring something else to the table, like if you're funny, or if you're like got a unique personality, or just like production value, or like what do you think it is? What do you think if you were to go on Twitch right now and watch somebody, who would you actually subscribe to? If you watch 20 people, what would you subscribe to?
I would subscribe to people who are different. So like even my YouTube feed, if you look through my YouTube subscriptions, there's not a same type, right? Mm-hmm. It's people who do the same types of things, maybe like they all make content on video on YouTube, but it's gonna be a variety of people that are personality. They're really like some people are personalities. Some people are really good at what they do. Some people are experts. Like this is like almost like a college lecture. Like that's all they make. Super sweaty stuff. And then some of it's just stupid and random off the wall stuff. I think I would fit into either off the wall because I'm so bad at video games. It's comical.
That's like your niche. Or
personality. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be the technical guy, and I'm not going to be the super good guy. I'm going to be either like the guy who's like, you're going to get a take from this guy, and he's going to like, yeah, it's funny because he's not good, but like I'm a personality. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be the next ninja at Fortnite, but I would be maybe like a Tobuscus type, right? Like, oh my God, I got killed again from the same guy doing something stupid because I was doing something stupid. Right? That's how I play video games. I'm not good at them. Case closed.
Right. I would never see myself as like a full-time 5 days a week streamer.
No.
Streaming every day for 8 hours a day.
No.
That's not me. I would just like to do it maybe even once a week.
Yeah.
To like, even for like, hey guys, I'm playing COD right now.
Would there be a way that we could stream together? As a different conversation for a different time, but like from different locations?
Stream together as in like what sense? Like have both of our faces on the screen, or
I mean, I don't really care about that, I guess.
I mean,
because I think it would be fun to do. This is a conversation we should probably have off the year.
I'm curious.
But like maybe let us know what you think of this. But like streaming is popular right now because it's easy, right? Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Literally anyone can do it.
But not everybody can do it well.
Not everyone can do it well.
That's also another
but
point.
But this is like TikTok, though. TikTok's super popular right now. There's a bunch of garbage on there. There's a lot of great stuff on there. A lot of garbage.
But
Instagram,
everybody
same
on
way.
TikTok can just recreate a TikTok, and that's what TikTok is.
But that's what streaming is. Streamers are really popular. They make a lot of money. Everyone wants to do it, so they do it. Vlogging's the same way. A lot of people vlog like garbage, and they still do it, right? I'm gonna not get mad. I'm gonna sit here and say, if I were to make video game content, I'd rather be a mashup between the two of us. We both film ourselves, we both record ourselves playing, and we cut the highlights, post on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. You can
that's
do
where
that.
That's where I see myself at in it. I don't see myself streaming. I don't see myself going on for an hour and recording it and putting it out in the world. I see myself making a mashup with you or another friend or whatever and putting it on YouTube in a 15-ish minute hitter.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
high quality, by the way, too, not garbage.
That's
crap.
That's my biggest thing about streaming, man. Because I would love to stream. I want like a face cam. I want it to look decent. I would like a nice like overlay and like graphics and stuff like that. And that's just not possible with a PS4 alone.
No.
That's the thing. There's a broadcast now button that just broadcasts gameplay. And in order to broadcast from like strictly from the PlayStation itself, you have to buy the PlayStation camera, which is like $100 or $150.
And it's not even that good.
And it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not good. And that's the thing. I mean, that's kind of the thing with like this podcast and pretty much everything is like I'm not going to half-ass anything. We didn't just buy cheap $50 mics and a digital recorder. We have mixers. We have pretty solid mics. We both have our laptops and all this gear to make like a product that we're at a level comfortable with. This isn't the best sounding podcast. This isn't like the best mixer you can buy or the best laptop you can buy. But we have a quality standard. Right. Yeah. And I'm not just going to do streaming for the sake of streaming. I want to stream well. And I want to stream right.
Well,
even if it's for 20 people, I don't care. If it's our friends watching, hey, guys, I'm going live Friday night. I'm going to have a couple beers and play COD. Come, like, hang out. Come, like, just stay in the chat. And, like,
yeah,
man, you suck. Oh, man, he was right there. Like, just have an experience.
Yeah. I could see that, but it had to be at a high value. It could not just be Joe Schmo Twitch stream,
No, I agree.
I think there's an idea. There's an aspect of it that's fun for everyone to do, but there's also an aspect of, it's not for everybody, and I might not be one of those people. I see myself more as a YouTube guy.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Rather than Twitch,
and that's kind of just the bottom line of it, because like you can't make full-time video game content. And work a full-time job and do all this stuff.
Nope.
Because, I mean, how many clip-worthy, like, plays do you make in a gunfight round or in a night?
I mean,
if we played a night, I would say an average night we play about 2 hours tops.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yep.
How many moments of that would you go, oh, man, like, that was sick. I need to clip that. That needs to be on my YouTube video.
I would say we might have 3 to 5 each per night. That would make a 10-minute video for 3 days in a row. Like say we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We record all 3 of those days. We would each have 3 a day. So it's 6. That's 18 clips. I mean, it's a long mashup at that point for once a week. Yeah. Right. And that's where I see. I don't see myself. No one wants to watch my 2-hour stream. No one wants to watch that. No one cares. So that's my thing. That's my take.
I mean, the fact that nobody cares. If you streamed, if you went live right now, I would watch you stream.
You think so?
I don't know. Saying that you're going to be massive and accumulate, thousands and thousands of subscribers and like people that aren't our friends, are they going to watch? Probably not. If someone's like scrolling through Twitch or, YouTube gaming, not Mixer, nobody cares.
Sure.
And they go, Kevin Johnson, he's playing COD. Let me check this out. I don't think that guy's going to subscribe to you.
Yeah.
But you don't think like some guys from back, like the school, some of your friends back home,
maybe I don't
they'd
know.
be like, Kev's streaming? Hell yeah! You have a friend right now in Matt Wilson that streams semi-frequently now.
Yeah,
I tune in every time.
Yeah,
I want to support his stream. I want him to get the views.
I think we're talking about, those hierarchy of, not the hierarchy, but the categories of people out there. He falls into the either A, off the wall, or the B, personality type. He's not the best in the world. He's good, but he's also like doing interesting crap out there. He's different. He's not, I don't know, he's not the normal dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Do you watch his streams?
Yeah. Not every time. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
man,
I guess
we should wrap this up. Hour and 5.
My last thing on the stream thing. Yep. If you want to see a stream, if you want to see a Shawn and Kevin show stream separately or together, let us know. I will do it. If I don't have a face cam, I don't care. If you would watch a stream of us playing COD or Apex or Sims 4, if you want to see that, let us know. Please let us know.
If you want to see me stream, I need one person that's not Shawn to say, Kevin, I want to see you stream, and I'll do it.
Wow. You heard it here first. Slide in the DMs. Comment on wherever this is posted, if that's even a thing.
If it's even posted.
But
that's it, guys. That's the show. Episode 1 in the books. You heard it here live from my kitchen table. Shawn, man, thanks for coming down. Appreciate you being here.
I mean, it is half my show.
Yep.
But that's the Shawn and Kevin show, guys.
No. It's the Kevin and Shawn show. And we're here, and we did it. Hour and 5 in the books.
Let us know what you think, I guess. I don't know. Like, is that a thing? I don't know how to end this podcast.
I don't know. Charlie, do you think people want to give us feedback? Would you give us feedback? She said, I don't know, maybe.
That's good enough for me.
It's good enough for me.
Still a view. That's a click.
All right, guys. See you next week.
See ya.